Hey, digital millionaires. It is Jasmine Monet here. And if you've been feeling like there's just not enough hours in a day, which we all do most days, right? To get everything done, and this video is for you. Today, I'm diving into the world of virtual assistants, or VAs for short. I'm going to answer some of the most common questions like how much do they cost? Where do I find one? And how do I know if it's the right time to hire one? Plus, I'll be walking you through a step-by-step process to help you find the perfect VA for your business. You're going to want to stick around for this one. Trust me. And if you're all about learning how to save time, scale your business, and get into more automation, hit that subscribe button right now because we've got more coming your way every single week. So let's get started with the basics. What exactly is a virtual assistant? Simply put, honestly, a virtual assistant, a VA, is someone who works remotely and helps you run parts of your business or your personal life. Yes, people do use virtual assistants for their personal life. I've done it before. It's amazing. It allows you to focus on the things that really matter. So they aren't physically in your office, but they can be just as effective. And sometimes even more so. And some people think that they cannot be as effective and they just are so sold on someone being in person. And honestly, I feel like depending on the business, yes and no. Like that's a complete argued point. But for the most part, virtual assistants, again, they work remotely. They can handle majority of the things, if not everything, in some type of capacity. Now, when I say virtual assistant, I don't just mean admin support. That's another myth. There are different types of VAs who specialize in different things, everything, any and everything. From handling your social media, to managing your customer service, to keeping your calendar in check, right? You've got marketing VAs, tech VAs, admin VAs, and literally the list goes on. You name it, there is a VA for it. You name it. Now, let's tackle some of the most common questions that I get asked about VAs. Number one, how much does a VA cost, Jasmine Monet? Well, honestly, this depends on a few things. So, where their location, how much experience they have. For example, if you're hiring someone in the United States, you may pay anywhere from $20 to $50 an hour. But if you were looking overseas, like in the Philippines or India, you may be looking at anywhere from $5 to $15 per hour for high quality work. So it honestly is all about what fits your budget as well as what comes with that, right? So if you hire someone overseas, you have to know that English is not their first language. We can really go deep into this, right? You have to know that there are some language barriers. Their culture is different than here in the United States. Those types of things you have to keep in mind if you have a smaller budget and you do want the lower cost. But there are millionaires and billionaires that do have VAs overseas. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh my gosh, I have a bigger budget that I have to, hire here in the United States, because that isn't true either. Okay, number two. Where do I find a VA? I am so glad that you asked. There are plenty of platforms to find your trained VA, like Upwork, Fiverr, or dedicated VA services. And honestly, with the dedicated VA services, there are agencies out there that have vetted VAs that all you have to do is go to them and be like, I need my social media done, pair me with someone. And then you have a trusted agency where you can go and you can find other freelancers, other VAs for other things that you're needing done in your business. If you're looking for a specific skill set, you can also post job ads on online job boards or even in Facebook groups for freelancer. Hello, I started in a Facebook group about 10 years ago. I started out in a Facebook group. And I grew, right? Just from a Facebook group. I had some clients actually take a chance on me. So it's a real thing. Number three, how do I know if I need a VA? This is probably one of the biggest questions that I get. So let's just be real for 1 second. If you're constantly feeling overwhelmed and you're spending too much time on tasks that aren't helping you grow your business, or maybe you just need more hours in your day, then guess what? You probably need a VA. And honestly, a lot of us wait too long to hire one. Please don't make that mistake. Now, I'll stop there for 1 second, because the other caveat when it comes to when it's the right time is you having your foundation your systems and your foundation set up in your business, right? So some people, they're like, well, I'm just starting out, and they do have the budget to hire one, but yet they don't even have the mission and the vision for their business. So how can you bring somebody into your business where you don't even have the infrastructure set, if that makes sense? So having your systems, having everything set up so that you can properly train your VA is very, very important. And I have seen businesses fail or relationships fail that, just get started because of that. So what tasks can you delegate to your VA? This is another big one. You can have a VA handle so many things, if not everything. Email management, social media scheduling, bookkeeping, lead generation, customer support, like literally you name it. If it is something that eats up your time but doesn't need you to specifically do it, a VA can probably help with that. How do I manage a VA? Managing a VA might seem very daunting at first, but with the right tools, it is a breeze, I promise you. You want to use platforms like Trello, Asana, ClickUp, Monday.com. There are several to help manage the tasks. And for communication, Slack or Zoom or WhatsApp or Lifesavers. Plus, having a solid CRM and systems in place makes it so much easier to stay on top of things. And if you've noticed, I've mentioned that a few times in this video because it is so important. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how do I actually hire the right VA? So let me break it down for you step by step. Step 1. First, you got to figure out exactly what you need help with. Do you need someone to help with your emails? Or is it more technical support like updating your website or handling your lead? You need to be clear on this before you start looking. Step 2. Next, you want to write out a super clear job description. You want to be specific about the tasks and expectations that you have so that there's no confusion later on. No gray areas. Leave the gray areas out. Step number 3. When it comes to interviews, please don't skip this process. Interview a few people, ask about their experience, and even give them a small task to test their skills before you commit. That is very important, so please don't skip that step. Step 4. Lastly, trust your gut. Trust your gut. If something feels off, I promise you it probably is. Hire someone that you feel good about and who understands your vision. I am telling you from experience, follow your gut. Don't follow you being reactive because you need someone and you need them so bad that you make a wrong hire and they mess up things in your business. I am telling you from experience. Ask me how I know. So let me tell you about a recent success stories of one of my clients who was drowning in emails. So they were drowning in emails and social media and customer inquiries. They hired a VA who took over all of their admin work. It was eating up so much of their time. And in less than a month, so we're talking 30 days or less, not only did they get their time back, but their business started growing faster because they could focus on the bigger picture. That's the power of hiring the right VA. It can be a total game changer for you where you can be the CEO of your business and not have to be the COO. You can work on your business, work on growing it, work on building relationships and being out there and brainstorming and strategizing instead of working in your business. Now, once you've hired your VA, managing them effectively is the key to success. So you can hire them all day long, but you have to manage them and maintain all the things, right? So make sure you have some tools in place like Trello or Asana to keep track of their tasks. You'll also want to use Slack or Zoom for regular communication. And of course, CRMs and automations can really help streamline the process so that you're not micromanaging all day long. I personally don't like micromanaging. Give me the task, show me where it's at, give me the details that I need, and I'm off to the races so that I can do it. Another communication tool that's really popular these days is WhatsApp. There's another one called Voxer, and there are just some other ones that I've seen people use that I've used myself as well. All those are really good. All right, family, so we have covered a lot today. We talked about what a VA is, how much they cost, where to find them, and how to hire the perfect one for your business. I hope this video gives you some clarity on whether it's time for you to get a VA. And if it is, you know exactly how to do it. You know the steps. Before you go, make sure you like this video, comment below with any questions you still have, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks on all the things. I am Jasmine Monet, and I help you scale your business and save time with automation, and I am one of the third eyes in DMU. And guess what? In another video, we're going to dive into managing remote teams and scaling your business like a pro. This is a question that we always get all the time. So hit the notification bell to stay in the loop. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.